Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream of the RBL Talk podcast, coming at you live all the way from Australia. So, looking at the lineups today, settle in, make sure that you get all your drinks in order and all your affairs in order, as we have a couple of hours worth of wonderful football. So, the starting lineup for RB Leipzig is Peter Galacci in goal. We have Willie Orban, Danny Olmo, Haidara, Apenda, Xavi, Raum, Costello Jr., Schlager, and Sesko and Henriques starting. What do you think of the starting 11? Do you think that we have fielded the best 11 possible, or do you think that we should be doing better? Judging at the live stream as well, they're just walking out onto the pitch. So there will be gameplay in approximately 2 or 3 minutes. I'd like to welcome you all to the stream if you've never been to one of these streams before. What happens is that it's a live watch along, so I do not actually show the game itself. So I'll be live streaming the game on my machine here, and I'll be live streaming and talking about the play that is being witnessed. Also, welcome you all to get involved with the interactive live stream podcast. This is streamed on X, on YouTube, and on Facebook. If you are looking for the best stream without the most lag, you're better off going to YouTube. So welcome to all viewers, those of us just joining in and just coming on. If anyone hasn't listened to the podcast during the week, I do recommend that you go give that a listen and get involved with the podcast as well, not just the live streams. You can get involved with the RBL Talk segment. You can just send those through. All you need to do with that is send them by email, go to the rbltalk.com website, or you can send them on Twitter or Spotify or however else you would like to do it. Thank you for whoever has hearted it or liked as well on YouTube and X and Facebook. The lads are in their team huddle at the moment and it's getting to fever pitch. We will be with action very shortly. Normally, my live stream is probably around about 15 seconds from live. So, here in Australia, for those that don't know and have never joined a stream, is that unfortunately I have to live stream that as well. We don't actually get it on cable TV. So, my streaming partner here is beIN Sports. The atmosphere is very electric there in Freiburg. Just having a look at my stopwatch as well. About 13 seconds behind. Let's kick off. Now, while we wait for some more commentary, I would like to know, do you think RB Leipzig will make top four this season? If we go to the Twitter account or the X account, whatever you would like to call it, there was a total of 60 odd votes by the end of it. And it says here 75 final votes. That was 72% RB Leipzig win, which is pretty good. We haven't lost against Freiburg since 2019 as well, so we really should be able to win. That being said, we haven't been traveling too well lately, so oh, and look at that, Apenda. No, it's Haidara. Wow. Just as we're settling in, RB is already 1 up. They're going to have to get that score up. Now, I don't know if there's an offside or anything like that, but it's already 1-0. Let's have a look. Hender got it wide, very nice. Cut it back into Haidara. Definitely no offside there. That's very well done, lads. Very well done. We needed that. Now we just need to keep putting on the pressure. Otherwise, if we don't keep putting on the pressure, then this can be one of those games where we could also slip up. And if you don't know as well, Haidara has also just recently come forward with a contract extension that runs until 2026 now. Welcome to all viewers and those of you just joining in. The time I've got here for the game is 2 minutes and 20 seconds now, exact. And that is on my stream as well. Having a look at the actual match day ticker, we're about on time, so that's good. Normally I'm around about 15 seconds behind, so it seems today, at least in the first half, we're pretty good. We've gotten the ball forward, and it's just in dispute now, just going back and forth a little bit. Thank you for those who have liked and hearted the posts on social media. We have it forward going into the attacking forward with Danny Olmo. We're about 20 yards out. Xavi tried to pull off one of those nice passes of his, but hasn't been able to get through the defenders there. If you'd like to also get involved with the live stream, all you need to do is just comment on wherever you're watching this live stream. That is on X, Facebook, or YouTube. And anything that you do say, I will highlight and react to in real time. So if you're a listener of the show, let me know. If you're not, let me know. If you've got any questions for anything to do with RB Leipzig and you're not a supporter of RB Leipzig, let me know as well. Looks like we're going down that left-hand side. Looks like David Raum up there, which is about normal. I do find that sometimes we are a little bit one-dimensional. We attack a little bit too much on the wings. I would like to see a little bit more ball play through the central areas. A little bit like they're doing now, but we're just switching play. And we've just switched it straight to the Freiburg defence. And they're giving away a foul there with a bit of a reckless challenge. Just missed the ball, got the player. Within the first 5 minutes, you don't normally see those given as a yellow card, so that's good to see. Last thing you want is your main attacker and striker being booked, especially early on. Although being a striker, you could probably get away with not having to put in too many challenges. We've got the ball in our defence on the right-hand side. It was interesting not to see Sidewell start, to be honest. Almost got the ball on the right wing. Passing it nicely through the middle, going out towards the left-hand side. David Raum tries a nice cross. Doesn't get anywhere, though. Oh, there we go. Some nice skills from Haidara with a twist and turn. But that's just been deflected and gobbled up by the Freiburg goalkeeper. Excuse me. If you would like to get involved in the live stream, all you need to do is just comment on anywhere that you are watching this live stream, Facebook and on YouTube. If you are able to get on YouTube, which is a bit more quicker and less of a delay, I've been told sometimes Twitter or X can be around about 15, 30 seconds delay. Similar to YouTube, but in about 5 to 10 seconds, which it's all to watch. Free to get involved. If you have an account with the social media platform that you have, all you need to do is then just comment on that social post on the social media account, and I'll be able to highlight it and interact with you in real time. We've got a nice break here with Chavi. All he needs to do is pass it, son. Pass it. Come on, Chavi. He's ruined it. Absolutely butchered it. Freiburg has now made the numbers back. It's not good. I'm going to say this now. It really annoys me when Chavi brings those balls forward and then he's selfish and then he doesn't do anything with it. So he just needs to make that final pass sometimes. Might just fix my beanie here. Just a moment. There we go. That's a little better. This is the new era of beanie. They've got these on the RBL shop. Freiburg have the ball in our box, but thankfully we have enough defenders back and we managed to clear the ball away quite comfortably in the end, actually. What do you think? Do you think RB Leipzig will be winning this game? Do you think Freiburg will be winning this game? Let me know down in the comments what you think, how we've been playing as well. I'd like to know. If anyone's wondering why I'm wearing a beanie, we're starting to get into the winter months down here in Australia, which is where I'm from, live streaming this. We currently have it in the attacking third at the moment, just passing between a few players. Haidara shoots. Oh, wow. That had some power on it. That could have almost been 2-0 and 2 goals to Haidara. Judging by the replay, it pretty much looked like the goalkeeper there had it covered. But nonetheless, you want him to take those shots at that far. He's got a rocketing shot, as that was on display. Coming soon, I'll be actually upgrading my microphone and my headphones for the live streams. May not be doing it this year, as I have ordered a new microphone, so it might take a few weeks to come. I'm going to be using a microphone with a boom, so hopefully the microphone will be just off camera here, so you won't notice it and you won't see it. So it basically just removes the desk microphone in front of me. That being said, though, desk microphones are always still good, especially for podcasting. You need to make sure that your levels are correct. I did a sound test before this, so hopefully everything sounds okay and everything's not too quickly or anything like that. But I've never really had any problems. Sometimes the things you can get with these microphones without any condensers or anything like that, you can only have all the directional around it. So for me, I've got it set so it's dead in front and not anything from behind. Especially when you're talking into something and then you talk into a laptop screen sound backs back off to you, and then sometimes you get that little bit of echo from the backside. Leipzig have the ball forward now. We're in attacking third. Just gone into the box now. Cross from a Openda. It's just gone to the Freiburg defence, who are now on a break. We have David Raum running back, trying to cover it, which is probably where we are bad in our defence. I won't say bad. Um, lack of better word there. I would say that's where we are weaker in our defence, is when we overcommit and we get caught on the break. Excuse me. Welcome to all new viewers. Any new viewers want to get involved with the RBL Talk podcast live stream? All you need to do is comment wherever you are watching this live stream from, and I'll interact with you in real time. We've got the current score ticker down below. That is 1-0 for RB Leipzig, with SC Freiburg, who've just got a corner, actually, with 11 minutes, 40 seconds passed in the first half. They're currently on nil. Also, while this corner is being taken, I will need to give everyone an update with Google Podcasts. It's now no longer available to listen to on Google Podcasts as they're getting rid of Google Podcasts. That is Google, that is. Corner comes in. Freiburg have the ball on the edge of the box. Going to corner it in again. And it's a bit of a heavy pass there and goes out for a goal kick. So as I was saying, with the podcast on Google Podcasts, Google is shutting down Google Podcasts. Unfortunately, I personally think Google Podcast was actually quite a good platform, and they're just moving everything over to YouTube Music. So if you want to go over and listen to the same podcast, you can still listen to it. You might just need to go over to YouTube Music. The podcast is on all major podcast platforms. So all you need to do is go to the rbltalk.com website, and you click on the subscribe button there, and all the logos will come up for all major podcast apps. And you just click on that, and you'll be able to listen to the podcast from there. Hello as well. Welcome to the podcast, Kiel or Kel Mahmood. I apologize if I've said that wrong or butchered it. Hello and welcome to the live stream. If you have any questions or anything like that you would like to ask during this live stream, please make sure just to comment it down below, and I will respond in real time. Freiburg have the ball in their attacking third, and we've just gotten it out. Henrik seems to be running down the right-hand side, which talk about Henrik for a moment. Actually, I've recently had his contract extended. RB Leipzig want to give him an extension, but he's stalling on it at the moment. I said on a post just a few weeks ago on the Twitter or X, whatever you'd like to call it, should we get rid of Benny Hendricks or should we keep him? Now, I say keep him if he extends. If he doesn't extend, sell him. We had someone actually try to verbally abuse me, well, by writing, of course, not by actual speaking, on social media. And they said, am I something rather? You can go have a look. They decided to block me, which is fine. If you can't take constructive criticism or conversation, then you shouldn't be listening to podcasts, basically. As I'm not always right, and someone else is always not right either. So it's just how things are. Everyone's always going to have a different opinion. I would like us to see bleed new blood, so to speak, as a terminology here used in Australia. As get the young people coming through the youth squad, give them more games, more minutes, and really develop in-house as much as possible. And that would be what I would say to do if, obviously, Benny Henriques doesn't, extend, as he's a very good right back. And, he might just be stalling to the end of season and he might renew. Otherwise, if he doesn't renew, we're just going to have to, pass him on, as unfortunately all players, whether we like it or not, can't play for us forever. So we've got the ball in the attacking third here at the moment. We're passing it around. Xavi has the ball. He's now passed it down the right-hand side to Benny Henriques with a nice cross. Just gone to Freiburg defence at the moment. Haidara passes it back to Benny Henriques. Ooh, almost a goal. But there was a Freiburg. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. It was a Freiburg deflection. It's gone out for a corner kick. Xavi's going to be taking this corner by the looks of things. For those that would like to know, I'm currently looking at the time of the game as 16 minutes and now 14 seconds. What was that, Chavi? That was a ridiculous corner, completely to the other side, straight to Round. Round kicks it into Freiburg, which is absolutely ridiculous. And now they're on the break. There's only a couple of players up for Freiburg. They've only got about four. And we've got a defensive four and just need to double that up. And Galacci does. I would like to know, where is everyone watching this live stream from? I'm currently in Australia. Are you watching in Germany? Are you watching in the US? Are you watching in France? Are you watching in the Netherlands? Let me know. And uh, which live stream do I use? Uh, Hi, welcome, Andrew. Which live stream do I use? I need you to be a little bit more specific. And you're from Scotland. That's awesome, mate. So I'm watching this in sports on my computer here. We've got an attack. He's got the ball. Just cut inside, son. Cut inside and shoot. Brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So that is his 20th league goal this season. That is fantastic. So I use beIN Sports to go a little bit further into that. Um, so I watch the game with who has the streaming provider in my country. I live in Australia, so I watch the live stream of the games here on beIN Sports Connect. So wherever you're from in Scotland, I'm not too sure who has the contractual rights, but I do believe, excuse me, there's beIN Sports, DAZN, and Sky, or something like that. So they're normally who has the streaming sports. I do encourage you to watch it with the companies in your country, um, as that's what you are meant to do. Wasn't a bad goal there from Openda. It really opened up himself with his space, and I'm glad he didn't butcher that, because I've noticed that sometimes if he doesn't score straight away, he gets a little bit iffy with his shots. So absolute quality, and good to see him on the score sheet quite early. But they're just having a bit of a drinks break at the moment, and I think we might do the same. I think Openda probably, out of everything, he's a bit one-footed. He could probably do a little bit of work on his left foot, but he doesn't really need to when he's such good, finishing ability. But obviously, working on your weaker foot is always something would be good to look into for any player of any caliber, whether you're a striker, defender, even a goalkeeper. So 2-0 already. This might get a little bit like a cricket score, so to speak, for those in other parts of the world there. I mean, I only predicted the game to be 2-1, to be honest. So, I mean, I did say that I wanted to see a response in the earlier podcast episode during the week. So, and they've certainly shown that on display. So, um, that, and I wanted to see Benjamin Sesko start, but there's you can't get everything, because if he started, I haven't seen him do much. To be bluntly honest, no, he is. I can see him. Quite odd. Hi, Alexander Reports Football. Welcome to the stream. Any questions or anything like that you have, watch the live stream, feel free. Interactive live stream. I say hello to just about as many people as I possibly can. I do encourage you to get involved. Chavi has just challenged somebody. Just having a look here. Yeah, he got the ball and then he got the defender. Yeah, I think that's I think it's play on, to be honest. I don't think that's a free kick. Yeah, it's disappointing. Is anyone while you're all listening and watching, I'll just ask: is the audio all good or anything like that? Should have no issues or anything. I've decided to blur the background just for a bit of effect, just so it's a little bit more nice to look at. We can always turn the blur back off if you don't like it. It's just a couple of scarves that I've got of Leipzig down there, just until I get my streaming area set up. So I'm trying to get a soundproof room so we can yell and scream and really get into our football without waking up the whole neighbourhood. So at the moment, shot efficiency that came up there. It said something about Unsberg as number one, which was a bit surprising. You wouldn't expect that. Just got to adjust the seating here a little bit. Currently have the ball contested in the middle of the park. Freiburg have won themselves another free kick. It's a couple now. Do you think that RB Leipzig will still win this game? Let me know down in the comments. Are you watching the game live yourself, or are you just listening to me commentate? I'd also like that to know, as a couple of live streams ago, might have been the first one with Bayern. Um, some people turned around and said they were just listening to me commentate while they were at work or anything like that. So they were unable to watch the game, so to speak. They had it on for goal updates, so that was quite nice. We currently have a throw in on the left hand side. David Ram's got the ball just on the outside of the penalty box, but on the outskirt of the throw in touchline. We're just kicking it and passing it around the ball, heading it. Here we go. A little bit of a break for Xavi. Pass it, Xavi. Here goes Openda one on one. Shoots on shoot. Oh, that's a really good save there. Openda crossed it. Here he goes. Chips it in. Ram, bit of a heavy touch there, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Looking very attacking going forward. The right type of kick as well for Openda, trying to go underneath the legs. Otherwise, if he was going the only other way he could have done anything better would have been to go around the goalkeeper. That's only if you're being critical. Absolutely nothing wrong with the shot. What do you think has been happening in the first 25 minutes? Have you liked the way RB Leipzig has played? Do you like the way Freiburg have defended? They're currently having the ball and they're attacking third, gone through and around a couple of Leipzig defenders. But we managed to press them well into a mistake, and now we take it out of our defensive third. Going attacking in already as well. We now made it out to the left-hand side. David Raum crosses it in, and it is now headed out for a corner. Just waiting for that corner to be taken. They do a short corner. very different corner, that one, down along the ground. Almost came off. One too many touches, and Freiburg managed to get it away. There's now a foul given on the left-hand side by Hadara, who's essentially just goes straight through the Freiburg defender there. Lucky not to be booked, to be honest, with that. And Christian Streich is not very happy about it, and rightfully so. Alexander reports football. You support Stuttgart. Welcome to the show. Stuttgart doing very well. And yeah, look, you guys have top three. Well, I don't see you getting out of top four, so we'll just go be optimistic. We'll go top four locked in. If RB Leipzig are going to make it into top four, it won't be you guys missing. I can't see Stuttgart mucking up too much. I think, if anything, it's going to be Dortmund, but match day 31, when we play Dortmund, is going to be a very big game, and it'll be interesting to see what the table looks like then as well. And for you, Alexander reports football. If you go over to the, as you said that you report support Stuttgart, if you go over to my RBLTalk.com website, and if you click on the episodes button on the homepage, and you scroll down, there is actually where I've interviewed people on the show. That's probably the best way to go. And you can see when I interviewed Travis from VfB Stuttgart Americana. It was actually a very good episode, very good interview. And I'd like to have Travis back on, or anyone from Stuttgart even. You're even be a candidate yourself if you would like. As on the podcast, I'm happy to interview anyone. You don't have to have a podcast. You don't have to be a streamer or anything like that. What if I want to hear from you and everyone around the world, including and especially RB Leipzig supporters? It's, this is a bit interesting here. With Freiburg have a break and we have a Leipzig player down. Gregoritsch almost caught Glacier. I did say that Gregoritsch and Eckstein are going to be crucial for Freiburg today. Little update on the play at the moment. Looks like Xavi Simons is on the floor. Got a bit of a whack to the face. There's nothing too much in it. Oh, there we go. He's had his hand stepped on. That'll hurt a little bit. That. And funny enough, it was Eggestein that has turned around and stepped on him. So hopefully he doesn't have a broken hand or anything like that. It's not going to be good to see, that's for sure. So we'll be having another drinks break, and we've just tipped over to 30 minutes now of the game. How do you think RB Leipzig have fared in the first 30 minutes? Or if you're a Freiburg supporter, what do you think of how Freiburg have been playing in the first 30 minutes? I'd like to know. Make sure that you comment on where you're listening or watching this episode of RBL Talk Live Watch Along, and let me know, and I'll interact with you in real time. He's getting Xavi's getting some tape on his hand. Looks like he was going to continue on. That's always good to see. While we're waiting for a play to restart, how do you feel that we would be if we lost Xavi Simons? I feel that we needed another player that could offer and bring similar type of play and dynamic to the team. But I mean, I think PSG are going to keep him. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, look, nothing's out of the question until that pen and paper has been signed. So we'll just have to wait and aim for top four first. And if we don't get Xavi Simons, there's a couple of players around the world that I've looked at that I thought were pretty good. Now, we'll actually discussed that in an RBL Talk episode, well, maybe about a month ago, I think. Now. Let's go and take this beanie off for a sec. That's better. Schlager now has the ball in the attacking third. It was finding it hard a little bit to listen to this here, so I had to try and take that off. Probably should have worn one of my caps, to be blatantly honest. But it's just so cold at the moment down here in Australia, while the Northern Hemisphere is starting to warm up. We've still got the ball down in our attacking third, and the linesman has given us a throw-in, even though Freiburg Gregoritsch seems to be disputing it. Personally, I think he should have had a card there for wasting time, but it looks like Danny Olmo has been fouled. No, Olmo has fouled. Okay, has fouled the Freiburg defender there. From replays, pushed him with the forearm. It's understandable. Can't be doing that. We've got the ball around the middle of the park, almost going into our defensive third. And now we've opened up the left-hand side. Looks to be Orban. Passes it to Olmo, to Haidara, to Henrik, who shoots. And we get a corner out of it, so that's not bad. Different to see Benny Henriks there in around the central areas. Is quite attacking when he's able to get into those. It's not often he does get into those, though. Xavi's going to be taking this corner, so his wrist seems to be all good. It's gone back to the centre of the park. And we make our play all the way back to Peter Galacci. Thank you for those who have liked and shared the podcast. If you would like to share the live stream, I wouldn't say no. I would appreciate that. If you want to get involved, make sure that you comment and like the post wherever you're watching this live stream. And if you comment, I will interact with you in live. Olmo currently has the ball, trying to dance around the Freiburg defender, but able to do so. They clear it only as far as Xavi, but looks of it. No, that was not Xavi. My apologies. It's quite hard to sometimes make out some of the players here. Gregoritsch has the ball. Freiburg has passed it. They now have it in the square. Waiting for numbers back. In dispute at the moment. Freiburg have the ball. They shoot and misses and goes to out for a corner kick. As I was saying, if you would like to comment on the live stream, get involved. I will react in real time. If you could share it or like any posts or anything like that, that'd be much appreciated. If you haven't listened to the podcast, RBL Talk can be found on all major podcast networks. Freiburg with the corner to the near post and a looping header to Galacci's hands. Some people have criticised him a little bit, and between him and Blaswich, we have some really great goalkeepers. And we also have Martin van der Voort, who's coming through from Genk next season. He's already signed the deal. I believe it's gone for at least 3 years. It could be longer. I do have the article on that on the rbltalk.com website under the news tab. Just go down there and then just type in Van der Voort and you'll be able to find it. The ref has stopped play here for some reason. I don't know why. It's in communication with VAR, which is never a good sign. Is reviewing something. I don't know what. This would have to be maybe a handball or something like that when that corner was taken. So Brown's asking the ref to look at something. Brown's got to be careful because if he delays it too much, he's going to get carded. Yep. So it is going to be the corner, and they're checking for a Pender handball. I mean, it looks like it's kicked onto him, so it's a little harder. It's very hard to see from this angle. It's a penalty here, I reckon. Yeah, penalty given. 9 times out of 10, they're going to give those. I mean, I've very rarely have I seen many penalty shouts or decisions go to VAR and not be a penalty. Might be looking at 2-1 already, folks. Just another Twitter post notification. Peter Galacci doesn't seem to be very happy about it. Freiburg fans don't seem to be very happy at the moment. Got to be very careful that some of these players from Leipzig don't get carded for time wasting and stopping the penalty and things like that. Come on, Peter Galacci. Lucas Holo will step up. He steps up to take it. Shoots, and he missed it. Hit the crossbar. Wow. Galacci went the right way, but Holler hits the crossbar. And now we are on the break. It's gone to our attacking third, but the goalkeeper's just cleared it away. And correction, Galacci actually didn't guess the right way. He went the wrong way, but Holler ended up getting the crossbar and back into play. We now have it in the middle of the park, which has now been. Eggstein's got the ball. That was very quick between losing the ball and a Freiburg shot on goal. They're appealing for another handball, allegedly, by the look of it. Thank you for that, Alexander. Across football, Bayern 1-0 against Heidenheim with Kane. So, any of people that are watching this live stream and are wanting to know the scores for the games, there's a little bit of a live score update there. Freiburg really looking threatening these last couple of moments. Just need to get the ball a little bit more and take control of it. Cisco is running forward on the counter. Just needs to cut back inside and pass it. Well done, son. To Danny Olmo, who kicks it into the Freiburg defender. And Benny Henriks tries to get the ball with an aggressive challenge, and it's going to be Freiburg's free kick. Just steps on Holler's foot there. Looks to be a corner kick here. Yep. Alexander Reports Football asks me a prediction for Dortmund versus Stuttgart. That's on this weekend. That's correct. So, yeah, look, um, probably a 2-2 draw. Dortmund aren't really at their best, so to speak. I do think Stuttgart is the better side and has the better list. And yeah, I'm going to go from the neutral standpoint. It's probably go 2-2 draw. And Freiburg at the corner, straight into the hands of Peter Balaci. I think it was helped with a deflection from a defender. Yep, looked to be Benny Henriks. During the halftime break, there will be a small break I will have in the halftime break. So I'll just be taking off the camera and microphone stream. We'll just have the backdrop and the score line. Have that maybe for 30 seconds to 2 minutes or so. As we're in front, and Openda scores. That's 3-0. Still a long way to go, but it was a very nice score to be coming into the halftime. As I was saying, it looks here just Openda 1-on-1 and too heavy touch on the ball. Tries to head it to his goalkeeper, and Openda just grabs it straight through the Freiburg goalkeeper, and it's 3-0. As I was saying, just through the half time, there'll be a break around about 30 seconds, a couple of minutes, and then I'll be answering any questions if anyone has them or anything like that, just while we wait for football to come back in the second half. "21 goals for Lewis Openda, not too shabby for a first season as with us. I think the last time that a player has had so many goals scored is probably Timo Werner, who's actually doing quite well down at Tottenham as well. So Alexander Reports Football. What was the Freiburg defender doing, lol? But what is your thoughts on Openda's first season? Uh, yeah, we'll start with the Freiburg defender, shall we? I don't know what he was doing, but look, if you're going to make a mistake in your own defence, normally it will cost you a goal. So, especially with a skillful attacker like Lewis Openda, he hasn't had a hat trick yet. A couple episodes in the RBL Talk podcast, I did have Lewis Openda reply back to me on social media. And he's actually waiting for his hat trick, so it could be today by the looks of things. And yeah, look, I think it's been a very good first season. First, I was going to say first half of the season, but no, yeah, no, I was right the first time. First season with us. I'd like to see him and Cisco for long term. We obviously, I don't think he's going to be leaving us next season. It would be good to lock him down for a few years. There's a couple of things like I think he could improve on. Um, he's been caught a little bit offside sometimes, and his weaker foot isn't the greatest. But these are all just little things that he could work on in training. So, from a whole season standpoint, I think Lewis Openda has been the best signing we've had all season. And even if Xavi Simmons was going to be actual full signing, not a loan acquisition, I'd still say Lewis Openda for what he's given to us for the start of the season and until now. Even though Xavi gives us that extra dynamic, Lewis Openda has obviously done a lot more on the score sheet. Danny Olmo passes to Benny Henriks. We're in our attacking third. Sesko to Olmo, who dribbles it in. A little bit too much on that. We're pressing quite hard. And a heavy touch to Freiburg. We now have the ball again. Schlager. Shoot Xavi. Way over the bar. You don't want to see those. Just leaned a little bit too much on that one. Leaned back a bit, and it's just gone skied over the bar. We've got 8 minutes of stoppage time, and we are into the fourth minute now. It's probably the longest half of football I've seen, actually, with an 8 minute stoppage time. I don't recall many teams in world football that have gone that far. At least in the halfway mark, anyway. I've seen a few that have gone 8 minutes or so after the full 90, but not at half time. And Freiburg now have the ball going into their attacking third. And that's a brilliant challenge from Danny Olmo, who now passes it to Xavi Simmons, and he is dribbling straight through. Goes to shoot straight into the attacker. Defender, apologies. Just needs to pass a bit more traffic. A little bit more, a little bit too selfish there. We do have a corner though on the right hand side. Looks like David Raum and Xavi Simmons. David Raum's going to be taking the corner. Referee's just talking to players with a bit of push and shove there on the edge of the goalkeeper's box. Raum takes the corner. It's a near cross. Freiburg has knocked it away. And we get it back to David Raum. This is in with another, excuse me, with another clearance from Freiburg. What would you like to see in the second half? Let me know down in the comments. We're just playing around with the ball just on the edge of our attacking third. To the stream there, Philip. He says, I apologise to Marco for my comments. Look, I'm not too sure what your comments were for Marco, but yeah, look, I've been criticising Marco Rosa a few times, especially at that early part of the season. We had that Rose out, as I was saying, but there wasn't specifically to say him to be out. It was if these results continue, it will be Rose out time. And I had a lot of people turning around and saying, I don't know what I'm saying or anything like that. But with all people, they just read a little bit and they don't read the full context of what you're looking at. Danny Olmo has the ball. It's in our attacking third, and it's going to go out for a throw in down on the right hand side. By the looks of things, we probably have around about 2 more minutes left. 1 more minute of stoppage time in the first half. Right about 55 seconds. You'd think this is going to be the last attacking play of the half. Henriks throws it in to Olmo, passes back to Henriks, who then does a lovely 1-2 touch with Haidara. To Schlager, who goes to kick it, deflected, and Freiburg do get out of that. Freiburg are trying to take an attacking break here, but we pressed them well and we managed to get the ball back. Olmo's got the ball, trying some tricks here and there, but loses the ball and straight to the goalkeeper, who's passed it to the left-hand side. And Freiburg do kick the ball out into touch as Haidara is on the floor. Hopefully he's not too injured, but that is going to be half-time, folks. Maybe not. Referees just stopped playing. No, it is definitely half-time. Well, that's half-time. Average goals 1.34. And there we go, 3-0 so far at half-time. I'll be stepping away momentarily for about 30 seconds to 2 minutes or so. I will be taking some comments in the halftime break. Let me know what you feel you would like to say for halftime. What would you like to see in the second half? Like to see any tactical changes? Would you like to see any players come onto the pitch? Would you like to see something happen for Freiburg even? So just for a couple of moments, I'm going to cut off the camera and the microphone feed here, and I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, everyone, we are back, settled in. What would you like to see in this second half? Don't mind me, I'm going to just have a look at some of the Twitter feed going on at the moment as well. Please make sure you put down in your comments on where you're watching this live stream, and I'll interact with you live as we're watching it. Do you think Lewis Openda will get his first hat trick? And that is first hat trick for RB Leipzig. How he hasn't managed to get a hat trick so far, I'll never know. You'd think he would have gotten at least a hat trick by now with the amount of goals he's scored this season. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast to be getting updates on when I'm doing more live streams. You can also go down on YouTube and click on the live tab on my YouTube, and that is youtube.com at Justin Crozer. And you click on the streams section, or as also named live, and you'll be able to see all the upcoming streams that we have planned for the RBL Talk podcast watch alongs. I would like to thank everyone who has so far watched the live stream so far, and those who have joined in. This game is only halfway through, so we still have plenty of football to get through. If you'd like to interact with the podcast live, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and post on the post where you're watching this, be it on X, YouTube, or Facebook, and you'll have a chance for me to interact with you live during this stream. Let me know your thoughts on RB Leipzig. Let me know your thoughts on the game so far. Let me know if you're watching this on Facebook, by the way. Last live stream that we had a little bit of difficulty with our Facebook feed. That seems to be working quite well now today. I did a resync before the live stream, and there was a comment there saying, "Welcome to the live stream, everyone," and that seemed to have gone through. So let me know when if you're watching this on Facebook, let me know what you can see, if the audio is well, if the image is well. Everywhere else, we should be all good. If anyone would like to know what I actually used for my live streaming, I live stream with StreamYard, which is a sponsor of RB Leipzig. You can find the link in the most show notes of the podcast. And if you do click on that link, you'll get $10 towards a subscription. So if you're a content creator, it's worth a shot. I think this is probably the one of the biggest live streams and count times of viewer count. Starting to get a little bit of tongue tie there. But the biggest live stream that we had was for the RB Leipzig versus Bayern, and then we recently had another one a few weeks ago now, and we're just trying to get through a live stream once a month minimum. So I might be taking some time off if I'm lucky for the Dortmund and RB Leipzig game, as I do plan to do a live stream for that one. Just got to work it out with my boss to be able to make sure I can do that. What would you like to see in the second half? Let me know down in the comments below. Would you make any substitutions in the second half? There's a couple of things that I do want to see in the second half. I want to see a couple of players come on. Elif Elmas is one of them. I don't see enough of him. Personally, I think how we've used him this season has been quite poor. You could argue that he's there in the same role as Xavi Simons, and you're obviously going to pick him in the starting 11 over Elmas. However, I would like to see Elif Elmas a lot more, especially when you've made a signing of such high caliber and of the funds that RB Leipzig has put out. You want to see those players getting their match times. Might change it up in defence as well. I'd love to see Lucas Klosterman make his return after his injury. As getting into the business end of the season, we'd like to get him getting into some fitness. That's probably the only two changes that I would make. I'd like to welcome all new viewers so far tuning into the live stream. This is the RBL Talk live stream watch along of the SC Freiburg v RB Leipzig Bundesliga game. If you would like to say anything during the interactive live stream podcast, make sure that you comment it on your platform of choice where you are live streaming this from. If you don't have an account and you're just live stream watching this on YouTube and you don't want to get involved, welcome to the show as well. For those of you who haven't interacted yet, let me know where where you're watching this live stream from. So we have some people in Germany, we have some people in Scotland, we have someone in Indonesia. Welcome to you as well. Have some people in the US as well. One day, I wouldn't mind trying to be able to hit, one person from each continent or something like that. That would be awesome. Almost ready to go into the second half. Some score lines at the moment, if you're interested: 0-0 Bochum, 1-0 for Leverkusen against Union Berlin, 3-0 here in the Freiburg for Leipzig v Freiburg, Bayern 2-0 against Heidenheim, and 1-0 for Mainz against Darmstadt. I've been told if you're watching this on X, you might be around about 20 or 30 seconds behind. If you would like to watch the live stream a little bit more closer, go jump over onto YouTube and you can go watch it in a little bit more quicker time there. At the table now, we are jump over to fourth. That's if Dortmund lose tonight. Personally, it'll be interesting to see what the ladder's going to be like come match day 31 when we do play Dortmund. I don't see Dortmund dropping too many games. I do think Dortmund will lose tonight or maybe draw. So, but when it comes to, top games in the league, anything can happen in the Bundesliga, and that's why Bundesliga is clearly the best league in European football, because no games are certainties, unless, well, you're probably Leverkusen. So the second half will be starting very shortly, so make sure that you get your drinks, get your coffee, get whatever it is that you're drinking, get any snacks or anything else like that that you need, get comfortable and settle in for another great half of football. Players are just in the tunnels now, about ready to come back out onto the pitch. Hopefully the stream here of the football isn't going to be any, any behind. Welcome to all new viewers of the live stream. If you would like to get involved with the live stream, make sure that you comment on the post on where you're watching this from. Give it a like, share it, subscribe to the podcast if you are RB Leipzig supporter. I do weekly episodes with a new episode out every second week, and that's normally if I don't do a live stream. If I do a live stream and it's supposed to be an extra week, sometimes I do just not do that extra one as I release the live stream during that week. You can always rewatch the live streams as well on YouTube, or you can go watch them over on Spotify. Players are now out onto the pitch, and we're ready for the second half. For those of you who have just come back to join us, what would you like to see in the second half? Philip here says he would like to see Syward in the second half. I agree. Personally, I think he should have started. If we were going to go with uh, Haidara in the middle there and Schlager, I do like that combination. However, I think that it's best to have Syward in there. And me, I'd pick Haidara over Schlager. But then I'd bring on Schlager in the second half if he wasn't starting. Just have an issue here in the stadium momentarily. Just have a net that needs retightening here. Doesn't happen very often in world football. So we might be just a few extra minutes away. They're looks like they're going to be cable tying it straight together. Keep that tension on the netting. And we are underway in Freiburg for the second half. So I am now 6 seconds into the second half. For those that are watching along and are wanting to get their times along with me. If you are watching this via cable, you'll most likely always be in front of me, as I have to live stream the actual game as well. As where I'm watching this from, for those that don't know, I actually watch the RB Leipzig games all the way down under in Australia. Freiburg have the ball in the middle of the park, making it way to the attacking end of theirs. Let's move the camera down a little bit today. Freiburg have a corner now. If they manage to get a goal, it makes things a little bit interesting. And it's been cleared by Haidara by the looks of things. We pressed it well. We now have the ball back, and we are breaking on the counter with Schlager driving it through the middle of the ground. He needs to pass it to his left, which he does, over to David Raum, who crosses it brilliantly, almost hit Schlager, and I think everyone's missed it, and it's gone out for a goal kick by the looks of it. For those of you who are watching this live stream and you're watching it over on YouTube, we do have a couple of comments in here. It looks like Alexander Reports Football is keeping everyone updated with the games around in the Bundesliga at the moment. So thank you very much for that, Alexander. Looks like that. Yep, it's going to be a goal kick for Freiburg and back underway. If you would like to ask me any questions or anything like that, please feel free. Just post them on the platform that you're watching this live stream on. Freiburg have the ball on the right-hand side. Just tried crossing it in there and it's just hit the Leipzig defender. So now they have a throw in the attacking third. Second ball on the pitch, a little bit of a delay. Freiburg crosses straight to Xavier Schlager in the box, who clears it away, but it's back with Heidenheim. I mean, my apologies. Someone's just said something about Heidenheim in the chat here. It's head back to Freiburg in the center of the park, and they're going to switch it over to the left-hand side. Excuse me, and now they're just gone back into the middle of the park. Nice little bit of interplay here with some of the Freiburg players retaining the ball well. Freiburg still have the ball, but they're getting it very hard to pierce through the Leipzig press. If you would like to get involved in the live stream, make sure that you comment on the post where you're watching this from, either on X, Facebook, or over on YouTube. Ask me any questions or let me know what you'd like to see in the second half. Or how do you think both teams are playing at the moment? As this is an interactive live stream, and all people are welcome to get involved with the live stream, even if you're not an RB Leipzig supporter. And RB Leipzig have the ball now in the middle of the pitch. David Raum is taking it forward, tries to cut inside, and there is a Freiburg challenge, and it goes back, rolled towards the goalkeeper. Freiburg now have the ball in the middle of the park, and they've got a break. They're on the left-hand side. They're going to cut in, but Henrichs and Leipzig managed to get the ball, and they crowded Freiburg, and they had no space to get 3. We're now playing with the ball back in our defence, just passing it around, waiting for an opportunity. We've dominated the game mostly so far, besides the bit of breaks here or there. Speaking of a break, the one was almost on for David Raum, but there was a great interception from the Freiburg defender, who now cuts inside, dances around a couple of Leipzig players. They pass it down to the left-hand side, and they've still got it on the right-hand side. They cross it in, and it looks like Galachi might have just stopped a corner. No, he hasn't. It will be a corner for Freiburg, 51 minutes into the game, coming into the 52nd minute. Dangerous position for Freiburg. If they manage to get a goal here, make things interesting. Back to 3-1. Have to set up well, make sure we mark well. Whipped in to the far post, and Galachi didn't carry it too far, parried it straight to a Freiburg attacker, and they kicked it straight over the bar. So that will be a goal kick straight for RB Leipzig, just ticking past 52 minutes now. Those of you who are now welcomed into the stream, as this is the first time that you have been viewing, please let me know where you're viewing it from. Drop your flags below, or just let me know. If you have any comments for the interactive live stream, let me know. Ask anything that you like, anything about RB Leipzig, your thoughts currently on the game, anything about the podcast, or just absolutely anything that you'd like. As this is an interactive live stream podcast where in real time I'll interact with you, the viewer. Currently, we have the ball down in the back with Peter Galachi. He's just passed to Orban. Passes back to Galachi. We'll boot it a little bit further. Back to Orban on the left-hand side here. Apologies, our right-hand side. And we have a throw-in, literally in the middle of the park. Hendricks throws it in, comes across inboard. We now have the ball. Apenda's got it, passes it, and it's a beautiful tap in by Sesko. Just make sure he's not offside, but I think he's all right now. What did you think of that goal, everyone? That looked quite beautiful, little 1-2 touch passing. Definitely not offside there at all. As Sesko is played in by the player that was running with Openda, and Openda just passes it straight in front of him, and all he has to do is walk it into the net. So that makes Lewis Openda 2 goals, 2 assists for today. If he doesn't get man of the match, I'll eat my beanie that I still have just over here. For those that don't know, it's the RB Leipzig new era beanie. This is just the black one. It's quite cold down here in Australia at the moment, so I've decided to take it off. Do you think we'll get another goal, everyone watching? Do you think RB Leipzig will end up getting this 5-0? To be honest, I didn't actually expect this response. I, you know, I knew that we were going to respond, and I'm glad that the lads did. As during the RBL Talk segment during the week on the normal podcast episode, I did ask for a response from the lads, and we've obviously seen a response today from the lads, which is good. We just need to start putting more displays like this, as we can't afford any more slip ups if we really want that European Championship spot. Bit of a kick for kick at the moment in the middle of the park. Heidenheim currently have the ball. Leipzig pressing well, and Freiburg have lost possession in their attacking half from a nice challenge from Costello Jr. I do think Lukeba is he's quite underrated, to be honest. He's quite a good fullback, centre back. Apologies. We currently have the ball now coming into the centre of the park, passing it over onto the right hand side. We have an overlap. Danny almost cutting inside. Currently going back a little bit down towards the middle of the park. Orban passes it to Lukeba, passes it to Schlager. Schlager's going to take it forward a little bit, passes it to Raum, passes it back a little bit, and it looks like we're going to swap sides. We have been moving the ball quite well laterally today. Currently have Cisco on the ball to Xavi, who passes it to no one, and it's a goal kick. I think Xavi's played a bit of a poor game today. I'd like to see him get subbed off, and I'd like to see Ilif Elmas take his spot, to be honest. Who would you like to see come on in the second half? Let me know in the comments below, wherever you're watching this live stream. For those that are watching it on their platform, this platform and live stream is on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Freiburg have the ball in their attacking half. It's now gone into the defence from a Leipzig clearing header. What I would love to see in this second half is going to be a Lewis Openda first hat trick for us. It would be pretty awesome if we could do a live stream and he gets his first ever hat trick under RB Leipzig. If that's the case, I'd have to name the podcast episode Watching History, and that will be coming out next week. The RBL Leipzig podcast. For people that, hold on, we have a goal. Wow. Did not expect that shot from distance on the corner, on the edge of the penalty arc. Could Freiburg come into this and cause an upset? Plenty of goals being scored today. Got to be careful now not to make sure that we let them back into this. Would have been nice to keep the clean sheet, but that is a spectacular finish from distance. Almost had another shot on attack, but looks like Willie Orban nipped that one, and a foul has been given to RB Leipzig on the right hand side. Excuse me. Got Makeba with the ball at the moment. Pass to Orban to Galachi, and we're just looking for an opening at the moment in our defensive third. It's now gone down to our attacking third, but Freiburg have the ball. and their goalkeeper passes it to one of their defenders. Freiburg have the ball in the midfield. We do manage to get the ball back with a Xavi, with a challenge, but now goes back to defence, and Freiburg retain position. If you would like to get involved in the live stream, no matter where you're watching this live stream, make sure that you put a post on the live stream wherever you're watching it, and I'll interact with you during this live stream. All you need to do is comment on what you would like to see or ask me any questions, and welcome to all new viewers. Leipzig now have the ball again. Openda is a bit far away from goal. They want to see him get that hat trick, but he's playing right on the centre, right on the circle there, which is quite an interesting position for a attacker. We now retain possession with Peter Galacci in the defensive arc. We now have it with Lukeba in the bottom left corner with a clearing pass. Freiburg now retain the possession and pass it. Passes straight into Haidara, who then kicks it to Galacci, who clears the ball. Pender tries to run onto that, but it's gone out, and he's not happy. 62 minutes of play, almost time for some substitutes. Who would you like to see come onto the pitch? I have stated a little bit before that I would like to see Elif Elmas replace Azabi Simmons, as Azabi Simmons hasn't played very well today. And he's had his hands or wrist trampled on from a Freiburg defender during this game. So we give him a rest and let Summer Signing come on and do what he can do. It's now going to be a Freiburg corner by looks of things. Nope, it's going to be a goal kick for RB Leipzig. And the Freiburg fans are not happy. And it does seem to come off Haidara, so that is fair enough. It is going to be a corner. So they've obviously checked that with the VAR. Someone's gone down in here, and someone's going to be carded. It's a yellow card for Holler, by the looks of things, who's just thrown down a Leipzig player in the box. Personally, that could be a red card if we're not careful. Very lucky to be getting a yellow, but I only saw the play go down. And Schlager also gets a yellow card for his troubles. And Schlager gets a yellow not for doing anything wrong as per se, just keeping the ball, unfortunately. So because he kept the ball and he got pushed over, that's why they're both booked. And both Holler and Schlager are still arguing their cases to each other. It's quite interesting to see their conversation. Let's just say a few words was said that I'm not able to repeat in a live stream. This corner time has been taking a little while. We're just coming on to the 65th minute mark now. And now Freiburg corner it in. And it's been cleared by Openda. There's been absolutely in everything at the moment today. We now have the ball in the defence. I think it's gone out for a goal kick. No, Orban seems to keep it into play and then passes it to Lakeba, who passes it back to Peter Galacci. Just holding the ball up a little bit here. Just a little bit of time wasting as Freiburg aren't attacking the carrier. Players challenging or dueling for the ball. And Freiburg get the ball back in the middle of the park. Nice 1-2 play there, and they've opened up the right-hand side. It's gone past Henriks, crosses it in to the edge of the box, too deep, and goes out to Eckstein, who then goes to cross it or shoots it goal, and Galacci saves the ball. Those of you just coming onto the live stream, welcome. If you're still with the show, make sure that you can comment and like and subscribe to the podcast. Podcast is on all major platforms. That is RBL Talk, the very first RB Leipzig English podcast. If you would like to get involved with this live stream, all you need to do is comment or post on the live stream wherever you're watching this on your preferred platform, and I'll interact with you live during this stream. A little bit of dueling going on at the moment. Freiburg do seem to have it and coming forward into their attacking third. And it looks like Rounds picked him up there. And Round gets a yellow card for his troubles, which means that he will most likely miss the next game, if I remember correctly. Let's go have a look at my podcast show notes for this week. Got a free kick. This will be getting crossed into the penalty box, so we need to be very careful to give away a penalty. Yep, so I've got here in the last episode of the podcast, as someone also noted in the comments, I did say that if either David Raum or Lewis Openda pick up another yellow card, they will be suspended for one match. So that means that David Raum will miss the next Bundesliga game. Sorry about that, guys. Just there's a stoppage in play here. I think they're going to have some drinks coming into the 69th minute mark. If you would like to say anything on the podcast, make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. To get involved with the live stream, all you need to do is comment and post wherever you are watching this live stream, and I'll interact with you live. And welcome to all new viewers as well, no matter where you are watching this from. So that's 70 minutes played at the moment. We're probably going to have around about 5 minutes of added time in about 20 minutes or so when regulation time has concluded. Welcome everyone to the live stream. If you're just joining us, Leipzig are up 4-1 in Freiburg. We have David Raum booked and Holler booked for Freiburg. If you would like to get involved in the live stream, all you need to do is comment or post wherever you are watching this live stream, and I'll interact with you live. Some substitutes are about to happen. Looks like Simikin is going to be coming on, and hopefully that was Elif Elmas that I had a glimpse of. Because I really want to see Elif Elmas come on for Xavi Simons. Play has now resumed, and it is back with Leipzig, and David Raum has passed it out. I think what will happen is David Raum is probably going to stay on. I think even though he's got that card, I can see him staying on, and Hendricks is going to be swapped with Mohamed Simikin, but who knows yet? Freiburg have the ball into the attacking third. Nice 1-2 there. They cut inside. Hurler's got it, and there was no one there when he crossed it past the sticks. Leipzig clear that quite well to the middle of the park, but we now retain possession. Xavi Simons has the ball on the left-hand side wing. Very nice attempted cross, but it's straight into the Freiburg keeper, who passes it straight to the right-hand side. And they're away here. Freiburg are going to manage a free kick as the Freiburg player was fouled. What's going on here? Another yellow card. Quite interesting who that was for. Willie Orban, sorry. I thought it might have been Danny Olmo. Just looking here. Olmo did catch him, so it's a clear foul. But I think Willie Orban, he threw the ball back. He threw the ball onto the ground. So, yeah, you'd think Orban would be better than that. But unfortunately, we're all human, and sometimes we can let our emotions get the best of us. So that's 2 yellow cards now for Willie Orban this season. He will not be missing any extra games. Free kick, and Galacci carries it away to the left-hand side. Freiburg will have a throw-in. For those of you that just joined us, Danny Olmo, apologies, it's David Raum has picked up his 5th yellow card and will be missing the next Bundesliga game for RB Leipzig. We're coming now into the 75th minute mark, and some substitutions are coming in for both sides. We have Christoph Baumgartner coming on, and we have Mohamed Simikin coming on. And the one that I called, Simikin, is coming on for Benny Henrichs, as he's replacing him on that right-hand side. And Christoph Baumgartner is going to be changed with, hopefully not Lewis Openda, because I really want to see him get a hat-trick. And it is Danny Olmo that is coming off for Christoph Baumgartner. What do you think of those changes? Pretty stock standard? For those of you that are wondering, football around the grounds, almost a goal here from Freiburg, and that might have been a challenge, a bit of a shout there for a penalty. Those of you that are wondering, it appears Heidenheim are actually beating Bayern, while here in Freiburg, Simakan is fouled on the right-hand side. So those of you who are tuning into this RB Leipzig stream, just updating you around the grounds at the moment. Heidenheim are up 3-2 to Bayern in the 81st minute mark, and Cologne are losing 1-0 at home against Bochum, 84 minutes played. And then we have Mainz up 3-0 against Darmstadt, and they're at home, 82 minutes have played. And Leverkusen are being Leverkusen, and they are up 1-0 against Union Berlin with around about 78 minutes played. And here in Freiburg, Leipzig have the ball in the middle of the park. Baumgartner strolls straight through to passes to Xavi. Xavi needs to shoot or do something. Come on, Openda, shoot. Oh, and nearly scores. 73 minutes, sorry, 78 minutes played. Thank you to everyone who has come into this live stream and has watched along with me, whether you've been here from the beginning, if you've come and gone, or if you've just joined us. We have Alexander reports football. Can Heidenheim be like a Union Berlin? It's quite possible. It would be nice to have Bayern be beaten today, but obviously there's a few moments and minutes to go. As the sooner the Bundesliga is wrapped up, I think that would be better for all Leverkusen fans. And here in Freiburg, we have a foul from, it looks like David Raum is already on a booking. No, it looks to be Xavi Simons. So that is lucky there. Actually, no, it was a dive from the Freiburg player. And yeah, he's milked that a little bit. You don't normally see those given, those fouls for diving. Leipzig have the ball now and they're attacking third. A couple of challenges and duels, and it's now out for a Freiburg throw in. That was quick attack. That was very quick, almost too quick. We now have Freiburg with the ball on the right-hand side that they've been enjoying attacking down throughout the day. They're going to cross it into the box, and Galacci comes out, fisted away. Xavi now has the ball in the defensive third, going into the middle of the park with Baumgartner strolling through the middle. Passes to Simakan, back to Baumgartner. Baumgartner has the ball, absolutely messes up a cross. I have no idea what that was all about. And now Freiburg have the ball on the counter attack. Lots of defensive players for Leipzig. There's 4 around the ball. Freiburg went for a shot and has been deflected, and it's going to be a corner, and there are 10 minutes left of regular time to play. What would you like to see in these last 10 minutes? Let me know. Make sure that you post wherever you're watching this live stream. I'll interact with you live. Corner's taken by Freiburg. Galachi punches it. And now there's a duel happening on the left-hand side with Simikin and Doan. And Simikin seems to have fallen over. And it's now back with Freiburg. Freiburg have the ball in the penalty box. And Peter Galachi gobbles those up all day long. RBL now have the ball. And it's kicked into the Freiburg defender. And we will have a throw in just before the center of the pitch on the touchline. And Cyborg's going to make his appearance coming on for Amadou Haidara. And finally, Elif Elmas is going to come on, and he is coming on for Benjamin Sesko. What do you think of those substitutions? Do you think they're made too late? Do you think those substitutions should have been made earlier, or do you think they are the right substitutions at this time during the game? Let me know down in the comments below. There is only 7 more minutes left of normal time. As this live stream is concluding, at the end of the match's display, I will be taking a few minutes for any questions or anything else that anyone would like to ask. You can ask anything that you like. I'll keep the floor open. If there is no comments or anything like that within a couple of minutes, I'll close off the stream. And Leipzig have the ball on the right hand side. Apologies with Simikin. Welcome to all new viewers of the live stream. Welcome along if you've been here the whole time. Thank you for joining me and sticking around so far into the live stream. If you'd like to get involved, all you need to do is post wherever you're watching this, and I'll interact with you in real time. As Peter Galachi makes a nice, comfortable save in his penalty area. RB Leipzig are just playing around with the ball at the back, not really doing too much with it. Galachi now has the ball back in his penalties area, and he's passed it to Lukeba. He's going forward a little bit, and now he goes back again. And they're just passing along a little bit. And Lukeba now is being fouled, as Freiburg are going to make 2 more changes. We have only 4 to 5 more minutes play left of normal time before we go into injury time. RB Leipzig now have the ball going forward and attacking. Penda may have a shot here. No. Freiburg defenders are quickly shutting that one down. There's a foul in the middle of the park. Don't think any cards are going to be given. It was Ilef Elmas on the Freiburg defender. Looks to be, I guess, Freiburg are now attacking the ball just in the middle of the park, playing around with it on the right hand side there. Freiburg are still playing around with it. Leipzig have set up quite well off the ball. However, there's a little bit of a break here on the left hand side. David Raum makes a challenge, and now Freiburg have a throw in. Lewis Openda now has the ball for Leipzig on the left hand side wing. Beautiful cross to Xavi. Just needs to shoot, and he misses. That would have been quite a good goal. Let's see if it takes a deflection here. No, he's just missed it. Who's your man of the match? Let me know down in the comments below. There have to be a couple of people that you can pick of. The easiest one is Lewis Openda, which would be mine, but you could say Xavi Simmons or David Raum. Peter Galacci as well has been good. Why Freiburg just pass it around and change sides. Freiburg is still attacking the ball. They've gone into their attacking half now, just passing it across the defensive line of RB Leipzig, just looking for that entry. They've gone onto the right hand side, crossed in and a shot, but it's gone wide. Another change here for RB Leipzig, with Lucas Klosterman coming on and getting a few minutes. Little disappointed that he's only coming on for maybe 5 minutes or so. They're going to get 2 minutes of regular time and then any added time. It's coming on for Xavi Simmons of all people. So Peter Galacci has the ball in the goal square, going to be doing his goal kick. And we have 5 minutes of added time. So Lucas Klosterman is going to get around about 6 minutes of running around time, which is quite disappointing, to be honest. Would have hoped he would have gotten at least 15 minutes or so. Simican has it in our attacking third, however. Simican goes to pass it towards Openda, has the ball. Openda shoots, Openda! Freiberg has blocked it. We still have a chance. Elmas has it on the left-hand side with dancing feet, but loses the ball, and now Freiburg have it in our defensive attacking third. Sorry. We now have the ball again after some challenges. It's gone out for throw in around the middle of the park. Throw in is taken by David Raum. We've still got the ball, and we have a foul here on Lewis Openda, who is smiling, and so he should be. He's played an absolute blinder of a game today. Those of you who do you think your man of the match is? Do you think it's Lewis Openda? Do you think Peter Galacci? Put those down in the comments below. We have a lot of people saying Lewis Openda, which is good, which is the obvious choice, which is exactly who I'd be going for. You can't really argue with 2 assists and 2 goals. And Lacaba is fouled in his defensive third, and will eat up some time, and Freiburg get a yellow card for the last couple of minutes in injury time. Those of you who have just joined us, welcome. Even though it's a little bit late into the stream, at the end of the live stream, I will be taking any questions for a couple of minutes. If you would like to ask me any questions or say what you'd like to say on how the game was played, let me know and just comment or post wherever you're watching this live stream. I'll leave that open for a couple of minutes after the live stream is finished. If the game is, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked there. If the game is finished and there's no interactions after it, I'll just close off the live stream, but I'll make sure I'll be signing off. Seibold has the ball to Baumgartner, does pass it back to Elmas, has the ball just on the edge of the box, passes to Openda, who goes down. It would have been nice if that was a penalty. Coming into the last minute now, almost last minute of extra time. I think we could have a case to argue here. There's definitely contact there. I don't think there's going to be any penalty though, as there's been a free kick given downfield. So it looks like, unfortunately, Lewis Openda won't be getting his hat trick today, which is a little disappointing. And Freiburg now have the ball coming into their attacking third. And the pass is a little bit too heavy, and it's straight to Peter Galacci, who takes the ball well and just wastes no time and passes it to Lacaba. Lacaba to, looks like Schlager. Welcome to some new viewers just coming into the live stream. A little bit late, but better late than never. RB Leipzig are winning 4-1 in Freiburg. We have last minute of added time, and that is now full time. And RB Leipzig have won that one, 4-1. I'll be keeping this live stream open a little bit until the end of this, just for a couple more minutes. If anyone would like to ask any extra questions or anything like that, please feel free to ask away now before I end this live stream. So I'll leave some more silence or so for a couple of minutes here. And if no one interacts with, I'll sign off and we'll end the stream here. So anyone that has been watching so far, I'd like to say welcome. If you haven't checked out the podcast, go check it out on all major podcast networks. Just type in RBL Talk or RB Leipzig English Podcast, and you will find us. We are on all major podcast networks. I'd like to know, for everyone that is watching the live stream right now, what do you think of the game's proceedings? Do you think Marco Rosa made the right tactical substitutions when he did? Who is your best player or man of the match? I would like to know. Just please post on wherever you're watching this live stream, and I'll interact with you accordingly. I would like to thank a lot of people that have interacted with the show: Alexander, Philip, and a few other people as well, Kel, and everyone else that I haven't been able to respond back to during the live stream so far. Thank you all for coming in and enjoying the show. If no one has listened to the podcast before, like I said, you can find us on Spotify and everyone else. And if you want to get the show ad-free, you can look at the Patreon for all the backers and supporters. I'd like to take this moment as well right now to thank all the backers and supporters of the podcast, everyone who also supports the show, not just with Patreon, but with PayPal as well. I really do appreciate that. And it's been a hell of a ride. I apologize if that was probably a bad word to say, but it's not too bad. Some people, sorry if that offends people, but yeah, it's been a fantastic day. Leipzig win 4-1. And I will just wait a moment for anyone else that would like to comment on the live stream or the game's play. For those of you that do like to know the scores around world football, I'll just go through them now for you as well. So it's full time in Freiburg. RB Leipzig have won 4-1. And we have Heidenheim beating Bayern Munich 3-2, which then leaves Leverkusen pretty much untouched there. That title is theirs. We have Cologne beating Bochum 2-1. We have Mainz beating Darmstadt 4-0. And Leverkusen ends up beating Union Berlin 1-0. Last chance for you to interact with the live stream. Make sure that you post on wherever you're watching this live stream. This was brought to you on X, Facebook, and on YouTube. And we're very close to wrapping up this live stream if no one's going to interact. I'd like to take this moment to thank every single one of you for joining me this evening. I've really enjoyed your company. But that's all from me tonight. I've been Justin Cruiser. Bye-bye for now.